Some of us are emotionally still in high school. Others would actually like to go back. Obviously you can't, but you can come close to living in a condo in a converted St. Michael's High School in Chicago's Lincoln Park. All right, kicking off the tour, we're talking about the facade of the property, and the facade of the structure, it's a school. It was a school in 1928 when it was built, and it still looks like a school today. Stunning. I mean, properties of this nature that have been, redeveloped and turned into luxury condos, I think it's fascinating. I think it takes a lot of, effort and imagination to create a truly functional condo out of a historical piece of property. So the entrance is very grand. It is very beautiful. You have the 3 arches here that look so regal and so stunning, and all this elaborate kind of ornamentation here was clearly done by hand back in the days. And by the way, originally built in 1928, and it was converted to condos in 1988, which actually happened 10 years after the school closed. And if you come here, you'll notice that, again, it's a St. Michael's High School here, and it has the establishment year here, and I think it's incredible. Every time you arrive to your house, you notice that you are reminded, right, that this is a piece of history, and it's been here for what, over 100 years? What year is it today? 2022? This is 2028. In 2028, it'll be 100 years. Now, this property is not for sale, but it can be for the right price, of course. The owners of the home, Michael and Devon Wagman, they are the founders of Devon Grace Interiors, a Chicago-based interior design firm that works nationally. Amazing team of talented designers, incredible property. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's go. The lobby has been thoughtfully updated to embrace the history of the building and the vibe of the neighborhood. So as you enter the home, you take these steps onto the main level. You have a nice spacious coat closet, you have a nice powder room, beautiful artwork, but I'm going to talk about these details in a minute. What I do want to talk about is the wow factor that you experience when you enter this dramatic, majestic, beautiful living space. DGI team has done an incredible job crafting this space, right? And I'm not just talking about the materials and the layout and the furnishings, but really crafting an ambience. The ambience here is, I don't know, it's very serene, clean. Their whole vibe is very much Japanese meets Scandinavian design. So minimalist, but very tranquil, very chill, very bold. It kind of prompts like a lot of different emotions, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, you're just sort of like step back and you admire how simple but yet beautiful everything looks. The home has 16-foot ceilings, and Guys, before we get into any of the finishes, I gotta tell you that this specific unit is one of the largest in the building, and this was actually in the original school, St. Michael's School. This was the gymnasium, which is pretty incredible. 16-foot ceilings. It has these ridiculous, massive windows. I don't know what size these windows are. In fact, there were actually only 2 of these windows, and the third one was actually a fraction of the size of what it is today, and they ended up expanding it. And this porcelain slab is actually called the invisible gray. It's very subtle, it's very dramatic, right, and very bold, but it's also very sort of like, it's not overbearing. And notice that it's book matched. This coffee table is, let's just say that it's as heavy as it looks. This thing weighs over 1,000 pounds. This is crazy. So rumor has it that the owner of the home, Michael, he actually carried this thing inside the home all on his own, which is impressive. I'm still looking for the footage or proof that that happened. I think it was craned in because of how heavy this is, but impressive work, Michael. Very impressive. And these are the most perfectly fluffed pillows, courtesy of Devon herself. I don't even want to sit on the couch right now because I'm going to ruin this whole setup, because everything is just so perfectly like done. Apparently this is how they live, which is, I mean, one of my goals, to live like this. The entire home is set up on a Lutron smart home automation system, right? So you can turn on the lights, you can pretty much control everything in the home using a set of smart switches. Beautiful linen drapes. I mean, guys, 16-foot ceilings. How would you open them up otherwise if you didn't have the Lutron system? You couldn't. You would have to climb up the ladder. It would be crazy. So this specific window of the 3 was actually much smaller. They ended up expanding this whole thing, right? Blowing it out and essentially adding just a whole nother panel of windows. Beautiful dining room for 8 people. Dramatic cluster of pendants over it. They steal the show, right? They are like perfectly centered over the dining room table. They're very dramatic, right? Because they're suspended from these 16-foot ceilings. All right, guys, we'll talk about the kitchen in just a second, but let me quickly show you the powder room that I missed on the way here. This is one-of-a-kind powder room. Everything is matte black. Is it matte black? Yeah, I don't see any high gloss. Okay, high gloss toilet seat. An actual toilet is also high, well, it's porcelain black. But anyways, beautiful all black. You have this pedestal sink, you have the faucet, and then the entire powder room is wrapped in this oversized, kind of this dusty black tile that looks beautiful. It's got the brass inlay in them, and then the mirror, it looks like it's being held in place by these claws. One pendant suspended off the ceiling. It balances the space really beautifully. And probably the coolest feature of this powder room has got to be this black toilet paper. Guys, it's actually black. It's got an emboss or deboss print on it. It's clearly a designer black toilet paper. It's not just some regular black toilet paper. I don't know, I've never seen one of these before, so pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of this. Has anybody ever used the black toilet paper? And if you have, please share your experience. Drop me a comment, let me know. Was it a pleasant experience or was it a dark experience? So as I mentioned, this specific unit was the gym in the original school. And you know, you've got these crazy tall ceilings, and this 16-foot ceiling height was actually the original ceiling height in the kitchen. The owners ended up adding a second level to the home, which is incredible. You know what, guys, I'm actually gonna try to pull up some footage of the original renovation and try to drop it in this video to showcase and to show you guys how the second level is added. You know, I heard that they craned things in through these giant windows, and I mean, there was a whole production, so I'm gonna do my best to show you guys the original renovation. incredible color palette, right? You have rift cut white oak cabinetry, and everything is of course custom. You have this crisp white stone with the waterfall counter, matte white cabinets, and then notice you have matte white faucet. And if you're wondering what the second faucet is, it's actually your instant hot and cold water. So if you are a tea drinker or if you want just hot, boiling hot water, this thing is awesome. 8 burner range. It's a Viking range. It's like, this is like the best thing you can have in your kitchen, right? You have this oversized hood in this invisible gray porcelain stone. And what I love is, and this is something they've done in the entire home, is they've tied different elements throughout different parts of the home, right? Living room, kitchen, you'll notice the stone, and upstairs in the bathroom. If you're wondering what these big drawers are, what these are actually appliance garages is what they're called. An appliance garage, let's see what it looks like. So you pull it up, slides right in, and then this is where you keep your microwave, toaster. I mean, how cute is that name? Appliance garage. Anyways, right over here is a really nice coffee station. If you're curious and if you're concerned with the pantry situation in this beautiful kitchen, well, don't be concerned, because this kitchen does come with an oversized pantry, organizers, all your, it's perfect. On the opposite end of the kitchen is your laundry room, full-size washer and dryer. This is also where your HVAC unit is. It has a little extra storage, it's got a water heater. I mean, this is like the perfect spot to tuck everything away. Harry Potter closet. It's a hidden door, you open it up, and then you have more storage underneath the staircase. So as you can see, every nook and cranny has been cleverly utilized. Now let's see the master. This master is awesome. It actually feels like a hotel room. Like, everything about it makes you feel like you're staying at a hotel. Except this is where you live. Very peaceful, lots of natural light, motorized shades. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's motorized throughout the entire home. These beautiful linen drapes. And again, you're overlooking the common areas, right? The courtyard. You're overlooking this beautiful church next door. When you hear the bells ringing, it's just a really relaxing vibe in this room between the views and then the whole vibe. This closet has been completely reconfigured, and it's a walk-in closet. So, and I don't mean it's like really good size walk-in closet. Amazing, right? And here's your master bathroom, and the vibe here is very serene, very beautifully designed, very peaceful. The sink was designed to have a long trough look, and the problem with trough sinks, guys, is you don't really have much counter space, right? And here they've customized it to have this area right here that essentially your dry area, and this is where you can put your stuff. This is essentially your counter in the sink. The one thing about this bathroom, right, it's very, and this is probably true about this entire home, is that everything is perfectly balanced. You have light with dark, you have heavy with light, and here you have, again, this beautiful serene color palette, and then you have a little bit of this bold black fixtures, right, and color palette here. Double shower, which is awesome because you can, you can do it together. Large format heated floor tile. And look at the size of these guys. This is like a 24 by 48, beautiful. And the walls are done in this warmer textured tile, right? And this is actually a tile from Porcelanosa, which is one of my favorite tile manufacturers. Tucked away in the corner is this awesome oval deep soaking tub. Guys, great location for it, right? You have an oversized shower and you have a deep soaking tub. I mean, this is like a dream come true for any homeowner to have in their master bathroom, or really in their house. But right over it, you have this oversized LED halo light, which is really freaking cool. All right, guys, so next we're gonna show you the second level where we have the rest of the bedrooms and an office. But before we do, take a look at this feature wall. The owners of the home display their family photographs, black and white and color and different sizes. I think it adds to the already kind of dramatic vibe of the living room. So on the second level, you have a guest room, you have a den with an ensuite bathroom, you have a bathroom, you have some storage, and you have a bunch of skylights. So I think it's a really great level. I love the way they laid it out. So this landing is perfect, right? Because they're using it as their productivity space. They're using it as their gym as well as their office. You have an oversized skylight that floods this entire level with natural light. Like the energy here is it's awesome, right? You want to get here and get things done. Right this way is a nice oversized storage, and why don't we see the guest bedroom first before we show the rest of the space. All right, this is an awesome guest room. If I was a guest staying here, I would be one happy guest. Sleek design, bold nightstands, you have this oversized artwork. This mattress looks really, really comfortable. Oh wow, memory foam. It's got TV, it's got a dresser, it's got a mirror. Again, natural light, overlooking the church. Beautiful, lots of closet space. And one of the things about this level is the skylight. You do have a blackout shade. All you have to do is just push a button, this thing closes. The one thing about skylights, they actually emit more natural light than like the windows. And there goes the bells again. This bathroom is amazing. My favorite feature in this bathroom has got to be this fun and sculptural vanity, right? And this is your floating sink. A lot of times when you have a floating sink, you actually don't have any storage, right? You're actually losing out on storage, but here they ended up splitting them and they have both. And notice they tied in all the components from the living areas, right? From that focal wall, that invisible gray tile is introduced into the home, like throughout the home. And if you hate shower curtains, you should consider one of these, kind of this partial glass door, and these are prefabricated. They're relatively easy to install, and they can be very cost-effective options, right? You can, well, I can't even begin to talk about how much they are, because they can be thousands of dollars if it's like some designer glass door, or it could be 500 bucks. But anyways, consider one of these. Or better yet, call these guys. Call these guys right now for a consultation. So if you're designing a home or building a home, or if you are considering updating any kind of space, and if you love the way that this home looks, you better hit them up. And last but not least, you have this awesome room that the owners added, and it's perfect for another guest room or an office or a creative space or even a nursery. You have a nice queen-size pull-out sofa bed that's very comfortable. I didn't sleep on it, but I did sit on it earlier, like very comfortable. And the coolest thing about this room is this giant, basically like piece of glass, right, that overlooks your gorgeous lower level living room. You have these motorized blackout acoustical drapes lined with this felt fabric, and they actually block out the noise. So if you had a wild party and you have a lot of people staying over and that guest room is taken, this is perfect, right? Comfortable bed, blackout shades, noise insulation, so you're not bothered, you could actually sleep in. And this is of course technically a bedroom because it does have a closet. Now let me show you the bathroom. Two of the walls are wrapped in this large format concrete-like large format tile, and then the rest of it is done in this fluted marble, which is gorgeous. So again, there's a lot going on, but it's really well balanced, it's really beautiful. Low profile shaker cabinets in white oak, really unique handles. I mean, this is a designer home, right? Everything they've done here is like, they've invested a lot of time and energy and thought into designing this. I mean, they do this for a living. They're extremely talented, and it shows. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop me a comment, let me know what was your favorite feature of this beautiful designer home. And more importantly, if you want your space to look like this, reach out to Devon Grace Interiors for a consultation, and they'll take good care of you. And that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more amazing properties coming up, and I'll catch you on the next video. How simple but yet beautiful everything looks. Cut. Drop me a comment. Let me know what's your favorite breakfast. I'm not using that. Very sexy and mysterious at the same time. Anything else? How am I touring? Rate me.
7.
Ooh, not bad. You're like 7 because you're doing too many takes, man.